Arch rivals India and Pakistan agree on a step-by-step approach to resolve their problems during a visit by Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari. Is this an improvement in relations? Could it turn a new page in their strained ties? This is Inside Story. Hello and welcome to the programme. I'm Shakuntala Santharan. No Pakistani head of state has visited India for 7 years. But President Asif Ali Zardari has emphasised his visit to India as a private one, not official, and for religious tourism. But he did manage a quick meeting with the Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh before heading to a Muslim shrine in Rajasthan. The meeting has been described as largely symbolic, with little progress expected between the rival nations. More now from Will Jordan.
Pakistan's President Asif Ali Zardari has arrived in India on what is the first such visit since 2005. The trip's being described as a private one. The President's accompanied by his son and political heir apparent Bilawal and his Interior Minister. During his meeting with the Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, they focused on a wide range of issues, including trade relations between the two nations, which have got better since Pakistan promised India most favoured nation status last year. It's supposed to make cross-border trade easier, but on the political side, both leaders now say they want to normalise relations.
The relations between India and Pakistan should become normal. That's our common desire. We have a number of issues, and we are willing to find practical, pragmatic solutions to all those issues.
India and Pakistan are neighbours. We would like to have better relations with India. We've spoken on all topics that we could have spoken about, and we're hoping to meet on Pakistan soil very soon.
And the issue of Hafiz Saeed, the man suspected of masterminding the Mumbai 2008 attack that killed 166 people, also dominated the agenda. India says it's given all the evidence related to the attack to Pakistan, and it wants its neighbour to detain and extradite Saeed for trial. India and Pakistan have gone to war 3 times since gaining independence from Britain back in 1947. In 1998, the two countries conducted nuclear tests. The issue of Kashmir, an area divided between the two states for over 60 years, is still very sensitive. Later on Sunday, President Zardari also visited the city of Ajmer in Rajasthan to offer prayers at a shrine. And many will be waiting to see where the relationship between these two nuclear-armed countries will go from here. Will Jordan for Inside Story.
So could Zardari's visit begin a new chapter in relations between India and Pakistan? Let's get more on all this from our 3 guests. From New Delhi, Kuldip Nayar, a former member of the Indian Parliament and now a journalist. From Islamabad, Naveed, Ahmad, an investigative journalist and political commentator. Also from Islamabad, Marvi Sirmed, a political analyst and columnist. Marvi writes for Newsweek and Pakistan's Daily Times. Welcome all of you to the programme. Now, the Pakistani president insisting that this is a private visit. The last time Manmohan Singh met a Pakistani president was in 2005 when he and Pervez Musharraf just happened to be at the same cricket match in Delhi. This time the cover being used to meet is religious tourism. Kuldip, if we could start with you, why are they so wary about holding official talks?
Well, because this is a process. Composite dialogue has not yet been started officially, so there has to be an exercise gone over before they start it, and that is the reason that talks will be either official or some level. So since the composite dialogue has not been resumed, so these kind of cliches will be used or the language will be used.
Naveed, how is this visit being viewed in Islamabad? Does it signal a thaw in relations?
Well, first of all, this visit has been hyped in the media internationally as well as locally. It's a belated April Fool, I would say, because Asif Ali Zardari was facing tough problems, so many problems in Pakistan, and he had to find a way out. And this trip does not solve any problem. It's apparently it's being said it's a personal visit. He has taken 40-member delegation with him, along with his beloved son, and the entire visit probably was aimed at promoting him and launching him in India, because Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, given the kind of legal problems he is facing in Pakistan and his credibility and all sorts of legal gaps that he cannot sustain in politics for long after his term is over or the party is no more in power. So one of the objectives of this was to distract the attention of the public from the key issues that concern and that are facing Pakistan. Number two, to launch his son in a diplomatic arena like a statesman, and that he did. The meeting with Rahul Gandhi, and he is inviting him to Pakistan. And thirdly, of course, on all such occasions that we see, Asif Ali Zardari is absent from Pakistan. Whenever there is a disaster, he has his plan and he flies off. In 2010 floods, he was in France and he had to go there. He did not cancel his visit. Now we have seen severe sectarian clashes in northern areas of Pakistan. Over 100 people have died, and there has been curfew for about a week. Foreigners being evacuated, and the man hasn't visited ever in that region. More so, there are 136 Pakistanis who have died in an avalanche. So this is a total disconnect, and I see similar problems on the side of Mr. Manmohan Singh, who is having to deal with an alliance, ruling alliance, which is always facing problems, and firefighting missions are going here and there. And Asif Ali Zardari's first visit to India, which hasn't brought out anything except for $1 million or whatever sum donated to a shrine his son launched, and his trips generally don't really create any kind of results. He has visited China, for example, over 24 times since he became the president, and where are the results? Pakistan is not even connected through the land route with China after a landslide fell on a road. So this is purely a political thing for domestic consumption and to take off the burden from the media from its shoulders.
Okay, Marvi, do you agree with what Naveed had to say? Why do you think the Pakistani president made this visit now?
I think, thank you very much. I think I do not agree with Mr. Naveed at all. Mr. Zardari, to be fair with the man, with all the baggage of history that he carries with him, the corruption charges, etc., based on which his wife's governments, both the governments, have been dismissed in past. With this baggage, the man came to office politically, democratically elected, voted in with 2/3 majority. And then this man has been facing so many political crises, one by one, week by week. The crises are heaped up. They are being more serious. They are more and more serious in nature. They are hyped up by media, played in by media, by opposition parties, etc. And I think as a spectator, I see him playing quite well. In the sense that he has been able to retain his numbers in the parliament, on which this has been basically his point of strength, where he does not let his government dwindle. One, and two was his performance on the constitution, his party's performance on reforming the constitution, so to speak. Third was, see, in a parliamentary democracy, the president is a ceremonial, titular head. And in times of floods and this is the responsibility of the head of the government, the executive head of the government. And I have seen President Zardari gradually taking leave from the responsibilities of the executive. Our nation, as a nation, Pakistani people and Pakistani media and Pakistani politicians as well, they are in the habit of seeing the president in charge of everything, which should not be there in a parliamentary democracy.
Okay.
Now your question that this visit, I think this visit is important. I will not brush it away, calling it you know, a tactic to deflect domestic politics. I think it is very important. This very point in our relationship with USA is very important. USA had put head bounty on Hafiz Saeed, and this visit comes in immediately after that. Yes. Putting head bounty on Hafiz Saeed means someone wants to take us under pressure through India. And now shaking hands with India would can you know, change the game. And also India has recently once again with the diplomatic efforts of Pakistan and of USA and like-minded states has agreed to you know, on energy sharing.
Okay.
And trade as well. So it is very important diplomatic effort, I would say.
Okay, back to you, Kuldip. Were you surprised that Manmohan Singh brought up the contentious 2008 Mumbai attacks?
Well, before I come to Mumbai attack, let me comment on what the two have said. I do not think that the visit is a washout or it should be belated. I do not agree with Nadeed, because I also thought that it was merely a pilgrimage. But what has been the fallout or what has come out is much more. Now take, for example, the Prime Minister, when he is summarizing this whole talks, he said not only he was satisfied, but he said the solutions which were discussed are practical and pragmatic. That means a very big thing, because India and Pakistan have been following a particular line all the time. And whether it is Kashmir or something else, and we have both of us have a particular line which we have been following for years. Now, if this time it is pragmatic and practical, that means we have found a solution which is different, which may be acceptable. Now, whether President Zardari is politically strong or whether Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is strong. Now, these are all question of semantics, because I personally think both, as long as they enjoy the majority of parliament, and they are both strong. And it is very wrong to say that Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, because of the pressure of allies, he has not a very strong government. He has a strong government, and he is enjoying, and he is also getting to parliament and getting the bills passed. So that, I personally think this visit has gone off very well, and it is another matter whether Pakistan attaches its importance or not. Also, during this visit, as our Foreign Secretary has said, that Hafiz Saeed was discussed, and this terrorism in the area was discussed, and most of it, he said, the time was devoted to Hafiz Saeed. Now, there was also in the party of President Zardari, Home Minister of Pakistan, and Home Minister of India discussed this thing, because this 2611, as I'm coming to now, is something which is irritating India very much. It's really because, according to us, we have given all the proof, all the evidence, all the documents. Now, from Pakistan it comes that that is not enough. Now, this thing must have been discussed in detail, that look at 2611 perpetrators must be brought to justice. So that is the demand of India. And it seems that there was a full discussion on it. Now, as long as this government lasts of President Zardari, and it's still 1 year to go, so you cannot possibly say that nothing will be done. I think Hafiz Saeed will have to answer lots of things according to us. And since now America has also come into the picture, we think that there will be enough pressure on Pakistan to start something, some trial or something against the people who were responsible for the 2611. Now, one thing more before and that is that when Prime Minister Manmohan Singh met Prime Minister Gilani at Korea, after that, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh said, somebody asked, are you going to Pakistan? He said, yes, but if there is something worthwhile, I would go. This time, when he was asked when he is going to Pakistan, because President Zardari had extended an invitation, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh straightway said, we are fixing the dates. And President Zardari had said in his speech that, look here, we have discussed all the problems and now the rest of it will be discussed on the Pakistan side. So I attach a lot of importance. I also thought that it would not go beyond the pilgrimage, but I think it's very important, and that some people in Pakistan are not attaching the due importance. I think it's unfortunate, because this is the time now. Some kind of breakthrough has come and we should sit together to solve our problems.
Naveed, your thoughts? The other two guests disagreeing with what you said, that this visit was of no use. The two sides did agree to take a step-by-step approach to try and resolve some of their differences, but they didn't actually agree on actual steps, did they?
Well, first of all, it is very clear from what Mr. Kuldip Nayar said that this visit came under international pressure, and that pressure was on Pakistan to explain its position, and that's what Mr. Zardari was there to do. He was talking about Hafiz Saeed, and about which his own government is saying that we don't have enough proofs. And India has not been very forthcoming about it. They have lodged complaints. There has been an issue, and he's not a popular figure in Pakistan. But what happened after this Washington route that India has been adopting for the past 2 decades, or even about less than that, it has
true.
really...
That's not true.
That has been... that is my position.
True.
Let me explain. Washington is being used to extend trade with Pakistan. Washington is being used to soften Pakistani positions, which I don't have any problem, when it is taken to Pakistani parliament, which is not being done. And in the case of India, there is a uniform face. Pakistan is facing all the pressure on war on terror. Pakistan is facing the pressure because India wants to be, or is, a superpower or regional power, and wants to have trade with Afghanistan. And we wasted so much time in waiting for India to agree to Iran-Pakistan-India pipeline. So the whole visit I see, let me complete with all due respect. I would say, because this is my point of view and I need to put across these points, this visit is not under the mandate of Parliament. Asif Ali Zardari is the president, is the chairperson of Pakistan's People's Party. He does not relinquish his post as head of the party, and he acts more like that. The same he was doing in Lahore. Parliament is not on its back, and that is the problem with Pakistan-India relations. You like it, Mr. Kuldip Nayar, or don't like it. Pakistan-India relations would be solid-footed if both the parliaments or the people are with them. Either military governments come and they take their own decisions, or populist leaders, so-called populist leaders like Zardari, come and they want to take their own course. This does not work, and this will not be lasting. You can start trade tomorrow, you can extend motorway to Wagah and on the other side to Afghan border, and you can start trade. But what will happen to the trade? Probably similar to what has been happening with the NATO supply line. The people are not with Zardari. Parliament is not with Zardari, and this is why I'm saying this timing of the visit is really questionable. We have been befooled, and media has been following it like crazy because they had nothing else to follow.
Okay, Kuldip, over to you.
Can I say something, please? Now, you're saying that Prime Minister Zardari was not on the board. Now, this is not true, because before coming here, President Zardari was closeted with Prime Minister Gilani and General Kiani, Chief of Army Staff. So before he came to India, he had a talk with him. So you cannot say.
It was discussed. It was
no. I do not know what was. I was not privy to. I was not privy to it. What was discussed? Please let me have my say now. Now that you had your say.
If we could just listen to Kuldip.
Please let me have my say now that you have said so. Now, as far as Washington, the way you have been talking about 2 decades, we have very good relations with America. In fact, Pakistan was a favorite only 2-3 years ago, and the alliance between Pakistan and America was so close that even India commented it on. That's not true. India has India and America are having good relations now. And that's I personally think it's a good thing for the world. But in any case, India has not used America to put pressure on Pakistan for what? What we have talked.
Sorry, Kuldip. Sorry to interrupt. Let me bring Marvi back into the discussion. Now we're actually starting to run out of time here. So the two leaders, as we said, agreed to deal with their differences on a step-by-step basis, but they didn't actually agree to real concrete measures. Marvi, what do you think it's going to take to actually really warm official ties between the two countries?
Well, warm I would not say, but they will be really practical, rational, and based on the ground realities. And I think President Zardari, before leaving, as Kuldip Sahab has just referred to, before leaving for Ajmer, India, he met with all the high-level key officials, as well as a delegation of the traders and business people. This is very significant, and he made sure that he takes on board not only the parliamentarians but also the key stakeholders outside the parliament. This is very important now, which means he, from Pakistan's side, he means business. Now he goes to India, sees Mr. Manmohan, and we hear that in the meeting, not only Hafiz Saeed, but the issue of Kashmir, the issue of Sar Creek, the issue of Siachen were also discussed. Now this is very important because, see, Siachen being the world's highest battleground, both the countries do not afford this madness. I would call it madness. It is very important for Pakistan and for India to reach at some resolution as soon as possible on at least Siachen and Sar Creek. This is what they have discussed. This is what they have discussed, and this is what the step-by-step approach is. Easier solutions first, easier issues first, and then you move forward with more and more understanding. And this is in the spirit. And this is in the spirit. I do not agree with Mr. Naveed when he says that Zardari is not a popular leader. He is not a leader, he is the president, he is the head of the state. And he still is the head of the state. That means he enjoys the mandate of Pakistan.
I don't see him talking to Parliament about it. Parliament is totally not in confidence.
Naveed,
parties are not with him.
Naveed, let's get your perspective very quickly.
I think you are very passionate about President Zardari. I think you are very passionate about him.
Let's hear from Naveed. We are running out of time here. Sorry, Marvi, I need to hear from Naveed here. Naveed, what's your perspective? What's it going to take for a real breakthrough in relations?
Well, first of all, the way we are addressing the issues through composite dialogue, that should be the formal way. And these backdoor channels like personal visit, costing Pakistani taxpayers so much, and then doling out money on mazars, and then taking his son to be brought into international politics. I mean, this is all not going to help. Your parliament is not with you. You are discussing your relations with the United States, and you're shying away as well. You're holding talks with Deputy Secretary of State. And secondly, this whole process of composite dialogue, that has to start. In composite dialogue, nobody raises any question marks. Pakistan-India relations, when they go into the shadows and when they talk, when these diplomats and officials start talking things that we don't know and that is not made public and they don't have mandate for, that really creates a problem. If Mr. Asif Ali Zardari...
Sorry, again, apologies for jumping in. We are really running out of time here. Back to you, Kuldip. What do you think? What's it going to take to improve the ties really between the two nations?
I think a step-by-step approach was very good, which she suggested. That now that we have already some kind of agreement, already some kind of understanding on Sar Creek and this Siachen. So we should see that these two things are implemented and they are on board. And then we start another thing, Kashmir, water, whatever it is. India has want to discuss all. There is no problem. And already I think back channels are helpful, because 80% of the problems, I believe, have been solved behind the scenes. So it is a good thing. But step-by-step approach is very good. And let's, now that there is a break, some kind of break, let's go ahead and not stop.
Right, gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much for your time. A lot more to discuss. We're going to have to leave it there for now, though. From Islamabad, Naveed, Ahmad. From New Delhi, Kuldip Nayar. And also from Islamabad, Marvi, Sirmed. And thank you very much for joining us on Inside Story. If you have any feedback, please do email us your thoughts. The address insidestory@aljazeera.net. Until next time, goodbye for now.